Yo, book nerds! Today we are talking about another important issue. The Oxford comma, sometimes called the serial comma. The Oxford comma. Do you need it or do you not? And I'm going to say yes, you do need it. Some people will try to tell you that the Oxford comma is optional. They're wrong. I'm just going to say it. They are wrong. They are so wrong. And I'm going to explain why you need an Oxford comma. First of all, what is an Oxford comma? For those of you that don't know, let's say you have like a list of 3 things. The Oxford comma is the comma that comes before the and in that list. So let's say you have bananas, apples, and cherries. The comma that comes before and is the Oxford comma. So, why do you need this? I will give you an example of a sentence. Let's say you have a sentence that is, your heroes are your parents, Johnny Cash and Dolly Parton. Without an Oxford comma, it looks like you're saying your heroes are your parents, who are Johnny Cash and Dolly Parton. I'm gonna bet that your parents are not Johnny Cash and Dolly Parton. So what you need is an Oxford comma because you have a list of 3 things. It should be your heroes are your parents, Johnny Cash, and Dolly Parton. That is the correct way to write that. And I stand firmly on this, that this is the correct way. And there was a court ruling that sides with me. So that is another reason why I know I'm right. And I cannot remember what the court case actually was because I saw this a while ago, so my bad. I should have looked it up again, but you can go to Google and you will find it. Just Google Oxford comma court case, it'll come up. But basically, there was a court ruling that the Oxford comma is necessary for clarification because some company had in their handbook like a list of stuff with no Oxford comma, and because of this, I don't remember exactly what happened, but because of this, like the employees were saying they were like owed money, I think it was, for something. And the company was saying, no, because we have this list of stuff that we don't have to pay you or something like that. And because they didn't have an Oxford comma on the last 2, the court ruled like, no, that's unclear. So you do need to pay them because if there was a comma there, then yeah, you wouldn't have to, but no, you have to pay them. And so like I stand by this. Like I should have looked it up for more details, but seriously, just go to Google and you guys can find that court case. I get so heated about Oxford commas. Oh my gosh, when I was in undergrad, I took an intro to media writing class and we were not allowed to use Oxford commas. And that made me so upset. I was so upset. If I wrote in an Oxford comma anywhere, my professor would like strike it out and I'd get so mad because I'm like, no, it needs to be there. And he was like, no, it doesn't. And I was like, yes, it does. It was so frustrating for me to have to not put in Oxford commas because you need them. I believe that you need them. They need to be there. And this is a hill I will die on. Like, Oxford commas are necessary. My mom and I have this debate sometimes because she doesn't think you need to have them. And I'll be like, you need a comma. You need a comma right there. That is my stance. I am right. I don't care what you have to say to the contrary. This is something I am telling you. You need an Oxford comma when you're writing. Just believe me. Just do it. Just put the Oxford comma. It doesn't take much extra time. It's one extra button you gotta press. It's one extra little line you gotta write. It's okay. You can do it. I believe in you. I normally would open this up for discussion in the comments, but I don't care if you think you don't need an Oxford comma. I'm telling you, you do. So you can go in the comments, but if you don't agree with me, you're wrong. Like I'm just saying you're wrong. So yeah, that's all I have for you this week. I know we didn't really talk any books, but obviously Oxford commas are used or not used in books, and when I see a book that doesn't have their Oxford commas, it drives me nuts. It drives me crazy. And I don't like it. It always irritates me. And it becomes a strike against that book because you need an Oxford comma. You do. This is, like I said, this is a hill I will die on. So that's all I have for you this week. Hit like and subscribe. Thanks for talking books with me.